Guess who's back? All right, Middle-Aged White Guy Reacts is back again today with another video, and it's been a little while, guys. It's been a couple of weeks. 1 week was really busy. The last week I've been under the weather. Really, it hasn't been that bad though. A little stuffy, nasal congestion, loss of taste and smell, and I've been tired. No difficulty breathing. You know, it's not that bad. It has not been that bad. Apparently, I'm just lucky. Other people, it's hit harder. It hit my wife a little harder than it hit me. But we've been good over here. I've been way sicker in my life. The thing is just the length of time that this takes. All right. I've been, I have a history of migraines. I will take this for a week over a migraine for a day at any time. So it is what it is. Anyway, so we are getting back on the wagon here. I don't know if this means I'm going to be uploading regularly again, but I'm doing it today. I've wanted to make a video the last 3 days, and I finally have an opportunity, so we're going to do it real quick. This is a song that we're supposed to do a couple of weeks ago. Didn't get to it, but we're here now, and we're going to take care of that. This is Samson, and this is Birthday Bash. Like I said, still a little tired. I kind of run out of stamina quick, so hopefully I can make it through the whole reaction without, kind of falling off the cliff. Yeah, I'm probably not running a marathon right now, but I can't really run a marathon even when I'm healthy, so what's the difference? I haven't even ran a mile in God knows how long. Anyway, let's get right into this video. This is Samson and Birthday Bash. Let's go. Oh, look at him. Oh, look at him getting down. Oh, look at that Barack. Oh. He just reminds me of like a Bill Cosby. He's expecting to be like, oh, look at my pudding pop. Damn. All right. Oh, family and close friends, of course. Yep. Oh, look at all this distancing going on. These are great. Oh, they're
following all the safety precautions.
All the safety precautions.
This is going to be safe. This is a sophisticated, vaccinated crowd.
See, and that's my problem. I thought I was sophisticated enough to get past this without it coming at me. Apparently I'm not, though. I should have known, because I do have mirrors in my house and I see myself every day. So I should have known by looking in the mirror that I definitely was not sophisticated enough. If only I was, maybe we wouldn't be in this position that we're in right now. But, hey, what can you do? I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth.
That are bigger than this. This is going to be safe. This is a sophisticated, vaccinated crowd, and this is just about optics. It's not about safety.
This is just about optics, not about safety. So they're not concerned with safety. They're just concerned about making it appear that they care about safety. That's what that means, right? I mean, I'm not the smartest man in the world, but I do know how the English language works, and I'm pretty sure that's what she said, right? Right? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sophisticated, though, so who knows?
And this is just about optics. It's not about safety.
One hell of a party. I wish I was there. But with all this COVID, I bet you guys were scared. Well, you probably followed every rule with all the activities you did that night. I mean, you probably kept 6 feet apart the whole time, and you only took your mask off for pictures, right?
I'm sure. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, all those people in the background, they knew that they were going to be in those pictures, Samson. That's why they removed their masks and just went about, their business. So it's like an action shot, but kind of like a planned one. So it appears like it's like an off the cuff, here's this like, we're just snapping a live action here. But that was all planned. That's why they have their masks off. So just don't pay any attention to the background people, those close, or those pictures of them like all hugging and stuff, that's optical illusions. All right. It's the angles of the camera, you know, so like you can have big spaces between them, but if you kind of shoot it at a little bit of an angle, like if they're all like this and you kind of come this way, it'll kind of close that gap and make it look like they're hugging when they really weren't. They absolutely were not. They're too sophisticated for that. You know this, Samson. Let's go.
The activities you did that night. I mean, you probably kept 6 feet apart the whole time, and you only took your mask off for pictures, right? I bet you did. I bet you took every precaution. I bet you stopped the party every 20 minutes just to check everybody's temperature often. I bet you...
Oh, of course they did. Of course they did, Samson. They had the little triggers with like the little laser beam, you know, and like they were walking around just shooting foreheads, man. Every 20 minutes. Stop the music. Stop serving the food. Everybody put your drinks down. We need to line up. We're going to shoot foreheads right now. Take temperature checks, everyone. You know that's what happened. It had to have. It had to have. That's the only way that they were allowed to do that. They had to check temperatures every 20 minutes, handed out the hand sanitizers, and you know, they put vaxes in the punch. So, they're all good. They protein spiked the punch. Spike protein. Spike protein to the punch. There you go. That's how you say that.
Every precaution. I bet you stopped the party every 20 minutes just to check everybody's temperature often. I bet you did. I bet everybody had to show the proof of their vax, and if they didn't, then they had to go home because Obama would never approve of this crap.
Yep. At least they had to show their saline injection cards. I'm sure they had to do that.
I bet all the servers and caterers had to wear gloves when they served you your fave dessert. I really hope that you paid them first because they were risking their lives celebrating your date of birth. You said that you scaled it.
Hope you paid them first because they were risking their lives to celebrate your date of birth. You know, and these are our heroes, okay? These people serving you food so that you could celebrate a 60th birthday. That's amazing and very altruistic of them to do, to risk their lives and their families' lives. So, you know, this sophisticated bunch can get together and shimmy and shake and party on down all night. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. They got hazard pay for that, I'm sure. Definitely not only $8 an hour. Definitely not.
I really hope that you paid them first because they were risking their lives celebrating your date of birth. You said that you scaled it back because there's too much at stake.
Yeah.
I bet you scaled.
They scaled it back because there's too much at stake, but then you just heard that lady say that it's not about safety. They're doing it for optics. So, you know, like, hey, you can't make this shit up. Like, it's like these people don't understand that the internet is a thing. And like that, they used to be able to like just lie through their teeth about shit, and then, you know, nobody would know the difference. And it's like they have no concept of how the internet works. It's insane. Or they just don't care, which I think it's probably the latter. They just don't give a shit.
Date of birth. You said that you scaled it back because there's too much at stake. Yeah, I bet you scaled it back because y'all motherfuckers are a bunch of snakes. If I were to get a big group together, the media would put me through the shredder. I'd be responsible for...
If I would get a big group together, the media would put me through the shredder. Yep. Any event that the mainstream media does not approve of, any protest, any celebration, any gathering, any holiday, what is it? It's these, you know, these super spreader events, you know. It's just funny, you know, how they pick and choose which are the bad events to be part of and which ones are just A-okay because it's a sophisticated crowd.
Everybody's dead for the next 6 months, a super spreader. But Obama, don't be stupid, never.
Yup.
This event was sophisticated.
Yup.
Ain't no bean toss, beer chugging bullshit in the backyard listening to a playlist of country music. You dumb, useless, stupid, small little measly runts. We can party if we damn well please, but you, not even once. Don't say.
We've seen this since the beginning, how they get to go about their lives and do the things they want to do without interruption, and we're expected to just huddle inside, like scared, you know, sheep. And like I said, I'm fine. Okay, like this is nothing. This is absolutely nothing, right? So like, it just, well, you know, experiencing it and then realizing even more like how I don't know. I don't want to go down that road because I know some people have had a hard time with it, but like this has just been a fucking joke.
Small little measly runts. We can party if we damn well please, but you? Not even once.
Nope.
Don't think about it. Matter of fact, it'd be better if you just didn't think at all. Now shut the f up and put your mask on before we have to get more deeply involved. We were out.
Yeah. You know, and those are coming back. We're getting the mandates now. So this past week, while all this was going on with me and my wife, we had a Zoom meeting. It was like a orientation for our one son starting kindergarten. So we had the orientation, and they're like, yeah, you know, everything's optional this year. It's going to be good, blah, blah, blah. The day after the orientation and 3 days before school start, they send out an email. Yeah, we're going back on that, and everything's mandated now. So we're going back to the mask mandate. So, you know, in the midst of everything going on, we called up the school. The lady was trying to argue with us, and I told her, look, this is nothing worth arguing about. You guys, the parents, have been telling you guys, we've been coming to school board meetings and telling you guys how we feel, and nobody is listening to the parents. You have taken our voice. So now the only thing left that we have is our wallets. And this was a private school, so we were paying out of pocket for it. So if we don't go there, they don't get that money, right? So I'm like, we are withdrawing our student, and I'm sending him somewhere else. So we had to scramble and switch schools at the last minute. But it's, you know, I'm fucking done playing games. Done playing games. As parents, especially, we need to speak with our wallets on this matter now. That's it. Businesses that are trying to push this shit, school systems, institutions, whatever. However you can, avoid giving them money, because all the talk in the world goes in one ear and out the other. They don't give a shit. You speak with this. That's the only thing that they're going to listen to. So it's our last recourse at this point, people.
It all. Now shut the f up and put your mask on before we have to get more deeply involved. We were outside, but under a tent. So technically that makes it inside, but it was still outside. You know what I meant. Shut up. Whatever. You're never gonna hear the story from us. We'll just have Don Lemon and Chris Cuomo talk about Trump and how horrible he was. The media would take a dump.
Yep, let's just distract with other stories that don't matter. You know, no need to talk about this or show anything. Yeah, nothing to see here, folks. Just move along.
From us, we'll just have Don Lemon and Chris Cuomo talk about Trump and how horrible he was. The media would take a dump in their britches if they caught wind that a Republican did this, and that just goes to show the double standards and the hypocrisies when it comes to this instance, doesn't it?
Yep. And I think I just mentioned that earlier in the video. You know, they pick and choose what things are bad and what things are good, what things are acceptable and safe and what things are a risk. And it's pretty much split down political party lines. And if you can't see that, wake the fuck up. What are you looking at? You know, like, how can that not click? Like, how can it be like, huh, you know, DeSantis said X, Y, Z, and it's bad. You know, this guy, Fauci, says X, Y, Z. It's the same thing that he said, but it's good. You know, it's like, this is... people are either willfully ignorant or just plain fucking stupid. And neither one is a redeeming quality. So take that for take that for whatever you... I can't even think. You know what I mean. Let's go.
The Republican did this, and that just goes to show the double standards and the hypocrisies when it comes to
Why is this freezing?
Doesn't it just piss you off? What? They come and they cut your small business off. They grip their claws around and constrict you. You ain't making shit. Then they tell you to suck it up and limp it off. Yes.
Yeah. Nice, Sam. Hold on.
Small business off. They grip their claws around and constrict you. You ain't making shit.
They grip the small business and constrict it until, you know, they're basically choking it off. And once the damage has been done, telling you to go limp it off, lick your wounds, you'll be all right, you know. Well, a lot of these small businesses, the way they're set up, they can't withstand this, okay? And that's, you know, they knew this going in. They knew that they were going to clear out however many of the small businesses, let these other businesses take over and fill in the gap, so to speak.
And it bitches piss you off. They come and they cut your small business off. They grip their claws around you, constrict till you ain't making shit. Then they tell you to suck it up and limp it off. Then they skip and hop into their private jets and fly to Barack's island to thrive and rest, burning all that fuel into the sky while our fragile climate is in such a dire stretch. With all the dying people.
Of course, you know, and what better way to show that you are really worried about the planet than getting on a private jet and scooting yourself all across the world to wherever you want to go, just for parties and for you know, fundraisers and for this and that. You know, it's very kind of them to think that much of the planet that they have to travel privately in, you know, jets that burn, you know, way more fossil fuels than cars and whatever. So, you know, it's just part of the, if there isn't double standards, there's none at all. Okay. The hypocrisy is just, and it's so ridiculous that it's just so blatant. All right. And they don't care. They don't give a shit. You think they care? They don't. And if you think your politicians care about you, you're a fucking idiot. All right. So that's all I'll say on that.
Burning all that fuel into the sky while our fragile climate is in such a dire stretch. With all these dying people packed in the hospitals, I think you should feel a tad bit responsible. You could have probably killed so many friends of yours, you just added to the top of the toll. That's what you say to me when I walk into Kroger maskless. Why would I follow these rules that you yourself don't even practice?
Thank you. Like I said, since this whole thing has started, you've seen Newsom, Pelosi, Cuomo, other Cuomo, you know, I mean, you see all these people, Lightfoot, Gretchen, you know, like all these, I could just go on and on. All these people breaking these protocols. And then like Pelosi having the nerve to be like, oh, well, you know, they said I didn't have to. It's like, but you guys are the ones who said that you did in the first place. Like when she went to the salon and was inside without her mask, you know, she's like, oh, but the person set me up. They said it was okay. But you're the politician who said it wasn't. So you got permission from someone to break a rule that you yourself essentially had set. And people fall for this. Oh, she was so set up. That lady set her up big time. It's like, no, she allowed her to act how she wanted to and then just put her on blast for it, showing the hypocrisy. You know, what are you going to do about it? You got caught. Instead of like throwing a temper tantrum like a little kid, why don't you just fucking sack up and admit it? But you can't do that, can you? Because then you can't drive these narratives even more, okay? You just act like it didn't happen, act like it wasn't your fault, and move on. Yeah, and that's their MO. They just, as long as they don't acknowledge it, it didn't happen.
Walking to Kroger maskless. Why would I follow these rules that you yourself don't even practice? Perhaps if you stuck to your story, we wouldn't be so fucking disorderly.
Yeah.
You say that it's dangerous and then you do shit like this, and that's just what floors me.
Yep.
Well, you're my role model. You're the one I'm supposed to follow. So I'm gonna call everybody I know and throw a big ass party like there's no tomorrow. The new.
And why wouldn't we? Why can't we? At this point, I mean, they have shown time and time again, exactly how dangerous this is, based on their actions. And you can take that any way you want, okay? I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying they showed us how dangerous this is by the actions that they themselves took. Leave it at that.
When I'm supposed to follow, so I'm gonna call everybody I know and throw a big ass party like there's no tomorrow. The Newsom way, the Obama way, Nancy Pelosi spa day. We're gonna.
Oh yeah. Oh snap! He went there. Nice. Wasn't I just talking about that? I think I was.
The Newsom way, the Obama way, like a Nancy Pelosi spa day. We're gonna rip the mask off and hug each other till we can't hold on any longer. Yeah. I may not be sophisticated as yours, but I gotta work with what my pay can afford. I'm just taking orders from the people that matter.
Oh come on! Why is this freezing like this? Come on! I have like a minute left. Let's go. Is this doing this on? I hope it's not doing it on the camera. It's freezing on my end here, though.
Sophisticated as yours, but I gotta work with what my pay can afford. I'm just taking orders from the people that matter, the powerful ones. This is straight from the source. Thanks, Obama. I get the message. Your actions spoke loud and clear.
Yep.
The World Health Organization, the CDC, and Fauci. Here's the bottom line.
I think that was pretty self-explanatory there. I won't have anything to comment on that because of Knott's Tube. You know, I don't want to get, you know, so. Yeah, hey, like I said, based on their actions, we know exactly what's going on. All you have to do is see how they're acting about it, and you got your answers, people.
Clear. The World Health Organization, the CDC, and Fauci. Here's the bottom line. All right. How long are we gonna do this? It's all up to us, and it always has been. There really ain't nothing new to it.
Yeah.
Our rights are being stripped. All you gotta do is take a look around, and it's
Yeah.
only gonna get worse from here unless we as a whole put our foot down.
Yup.
It's a big club, and you ain't in it.
Oh, Georgie. This man is sophisticated, all right? He just threw the George Carlin clip in there, all right? If you guys are not familiar with George Carlin's stand-up, the man was way before his time. Way before his time. Leaned a little bit liberal, which is okay, you know. But when he made arguments, though, they were logical. And you really, you know, that's all I ask. Make a logical, cogent argument about stuff. And that's what that man did all the time. And it was just pointing out the hypocrisies of, you know, that time when in like the 70s, 80s, 90s. That's all he did. And it's still as relevant today as it was when he first did it. That's amazing. I like that.
Damn. It's a big club, and you ain't in it.
And you ain't in it. Yup. Yep. All right. So there it was, Samson Birthday Bash. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. He did a fabulous job there. And, you know, we made it through the reaction. So that's a plus. I don't know when I'll be back. We'll get this one up and go from there. It might be a little bit longer. I don't know. Kind of taking this day by day. So that'll do it, though. That's the reaction. Middle-aged white guy is out. Peace.